Okay, I should have done this last night because we got quite a bit of rain. It's a good thing for these old trees. So my new line is too long. What I've done is put it down inside where it had to go and kind of pre-measured it. It doesn't have to look pretty. This car is not going to make another race probably anyway, so I just want to have brakes. Anyway, whatever. You put this line down in there like that, and I bent it there, and I've bent it sort of on the flex line. And now to match up with this line, I'm going to cut it right about here somewhere. So, okay, so with your thumb wheel cutter, cut both ends off. This one here because it's way too long, and the one on the car. Okay, with the ends cut, we're going to put a new flare on this end and on this end, and I have a new fitting to go there and a union. Okay, now that you got both ends cut, put one line in the 3/16 hole because we're using 3/16 line, and these look like you can tighten with your thumbs. You're better off using a pair of pliers or put a screwdriver through there and really crank down on them because that will slip. Now I don't have my tripod right here handy, so just a minute. I'll grab the anvil and I'll show you a trick. That's it. Drop it on the ground. Arrgh! Stuff all over. Okay. Alright, we got it. Now with the anvil, you want to leave enough line through that it matches up with the first ledge of that, so it looks like that. So your next step is to put that in the hole and squash it down. Now with the press installed, I'm going to go ahead and squash that down. You can see it's right on the back of the anvil, and I've lost my handle, so I'm going to use a screwdriver. Okay, with it squashed down, we're going to go ahead and remove the anvil, and then you need to use that cone shape to push the line inwards. Now the way it sits right there, it looks like a bubble flare, but we are after a double flare, so we're going to put that back in place and squash it down slightly. Now with it in place, we're going to, like I said, slightly squash it down. You're going to have to forgive my quickness of this video. It's starting to rain again, and I want to get this done and get in the house. There's some parts I should have retaken, but okay, I'm going to squash it down. You have to get a closer look. Now with the press and anvil removed, you can tell I didn't squash it down quite as far, but it will work, and we're going to go with it. Now I'll do the same with the car side. Now one thing I have to point out here is I've done it many times, and always make sure you put your fitting on first on the old line before you do your flare. It's kind of annoying when you forget because you got to cut the end back. Okay, with both lines flared on the end, go ahead and make your connection when you union. And if there's a little bit of slack, well, we can bend it around and make it fit. It's not a big deal. Well, we're not after neat on this car because it's just an endurance car, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like as long as it gets the job done. Here I'm trying to do it with one hand. Okay, I'm going to put the camera down here now. Anyway, tighten that up. Okay, with the line installed on both ends, I'm going to try to gravity bleed it. If that fails, I'll have to have someone crack it or pump it while I crack the bleed screw. And you can see the fluid's coming out now. See it, I don't know if you can see it running down there or not. We're looking for air bubbles. Now I'm going to let it drip for a while. Just make sure there's no air in it. I think I got it all out though. Must be really nice. I won't have to bug anybody to help me bleed it. It's considering the wife probably won't come and help anyway, but well, she would, but I don't want to bother. It's easier not to. Okay. It's dripping pretty good there. I'd say we have no air. So we're going to go ahead and close off the blade screw. It's kind of rounded up there. That should do it. Now we'll put the tire back on it And we'll give her a test burn up and down the driveway. I'm kind of hesitating on jumping on the brakes again though, because I don't really want to have to fix any more lines.